guys, and welcome to Experience, the show where I, Indy Saggu, and my film crew take you from the largest expos to the smallest outings to ask and answer one simple question: is it worth the experience? We're here today at the City Olympic Park for the EB Games Expo 2015. Now, it's such a big day today, so much to see, that I've decided to bring a friend along to help me out. Here's Mark.
Pleasure to be here, Indy. Happy to help.
Thank you very much.
Normally on this show, we purchase a general pass for about $30, $35. What if we haven't got a general pass? What if we have an express pass? Something that allows us to get early access to the venue, allows us to skip ahead of lines, and generally see everything on the show floor in a single day. Is $200 worth the price? Is it worth the experience?
Let's find out.
I'm here with Kirsty from Nintendo here at EB Expo. How are you?
I'm really good, thanks. It's been a fantastic show so far. We've seen a lot of people coming through and playing all the games we got to offer, which is just so cool to see people loving it.
Packed out every day?
Yes, pretty much. This Saturday has been the busiest by far. It's just been great, like just lines everywhere.
Fair enough. I know you've got some games here like Super Mario Maker, you've got Splatoon. Is there anything else new coming out?
So we actually got a lot of our upcoming stuff coming out. In fact, a game got released here at EB Expo. We had Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer come out on the Saturday of EB Expo. So that was really exciting because people are getting really keen for it on the Friday. Saturday it comes out. Of course, it's got the new Amiibo card functionality as well. It's been really exciting to see people engage with that.
We also have Star Fox Zero.
Of course, Star Fox Zero. That's been a big highlight. We've also got Triforce Heroes as well, which is really, really exciting. People are loving that game.
Is there anything else that's coming out that's not available to play on the show floor?
So of course we have got some upcoming titles that we don't have to play, but everyone's just been too excited by playing even Splatoon and Mario Maker.
I noticed you've got the Yokai watch on.
Yes, I do. So we've just actually announced the Yokai Watch's release date here in Australia. We're bringing it out on December 5th, which is really, really exciting because Yokai Watch has been this absolute phenomenon in Japan. Like, it's actually really hard to understand how big it's been there. We're talking 7 million games sold, $2.2 billion in merchandise sold, movies, animated series. So we're bringing it all to Australia and we're so excited to see how people love it on 3DS.
Release dates for Project Zero, Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yes, so we've got Xenoblade Chronicles also coming out on December 5th. We have Project Zero coming out on October 31st as well. So really full on time coming up.
At this booth, what's been the most warmly received game that you've seen?
That's actually a really good question. It's been great to see people really interacting with Super Mario Maker actually, but I'd probably say Star Fox Zero. The lines for Star Fox Zero have been really long. People have been really excited to engage with a brand new Star Fox game.
Very nice. Kirsty, thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
guys, I'm with Alex from the weird and retro area of EB Games. How are you today, Alex?
Thanks yourself.
Very good, thank you very much. Yeah, you're here as part of the Interactive Game Museum.
Yep.
Now I just need to ask, it's fantastic, but I just need to ask, how did you guys get started?
Wow, we got started quite a while ago. We're all members of Weird and Retro, like collectors and fans of gaming. Most of our systems come from our childhoods. Like a lot of systems you see here on play and display are from my own collection that I got as a kid and I've never got rid of and just kept everything.
Right.
And now have it up and out for people and especially kids and families to enjoy and reminisce and if kids learn something new.
Fantastic. And so you personally, what was from the first games that you played as a child?
Well, it's funny, it goes back to 1987 when I became best friends with my still current best friend who's here.
Right.
And that was on the Commodore 64. That sort of got me introduced to a lot of the games, Bubble and all that. So then I got an Atari XT game system in 1987 on release. And after that, I've been just getting and collecting different systems. Especially, once you get your own job and can afford to. As a kid, but I never traded it. So if I had one, I'd keep it pristine, and that's how it sort of built upon that.
Wow. And so from your childhood favorites, let's say, is there one game that sticks out? Like one favorite that you have?
There is, you're probably familiar with the Gauntlet franchise. So the Dungeon Crawler. Gauntlet 2 was the first 4-player game I saw in the arcades and it just blew my mind. So I always wanted to play and I always played that. When I got my Atari ST, it came with that game bundled in and that was the reason I wanted to get it.
Right.
Took about 2 years to convince my father to buy it. So I lied, it was for schoolwork and that.
All right.
And then speaking of that game, we actually went and did a road trip to Adelaide from Melbourne to pick up the actual machine that I used to play as a kid 20 odd years ago. So now I finally own my favourite game in the arcade.
Fantastic. So just in regards to time, how long did it take to collect all the specimens that we have inside the museum?
Wow. It started from 87 till now and it's still going.
Wow. And how many pieces of gaming history do you have? How many pieces? How many consoles?
I haven't done a count in over a year, but it keeps adding. It's in the thousands.
Wow.
And with us, with Reg combined, it's in the tens of thousands, including consoles, games, a lot of memorabilia, gaming memorabilia, for example, like what you'll see in there, like the Activision patches, like there were the first achievements, sort of back in the day where you have to with a photograph, like a Polaroid of your high score, send it into the company, they'll send you a patch. And
wow.
So it's not just the, mainly it's games, consoles, but it's also gaming memorabilia as well.
Fantastic. So just one thing first. So all of the games, are they refurbished or are they straight out of the box?
No, they're all, first of all, they're all originals, so we don't use any copies or backups or anything like that.
So nothing pirated?
Nothing pirated, nothing like that. Everything's original. Everything, including the boxes, so everything on display, there's no reproduction boxes. I refuse to. Not that I've got anything against it, but my own thing, I like the originals. I like the hunt and the sacrifice you have to do to say get something really rare. But then you look at it and you know this is from that era. You see it, smell it. It just takes you back. That reproductions for me don't do. Yeah.
Fantastic. So your team now, what are the plans for the future at all?
Well, we've been doing all of the retro area for EB Expo from the beginning.
Okay.
Now we've also been picked up by PAX, so we're doing an area in PAX as well, especially the handheld gaming.
Right.
And we do have been doing a lot of charity events as well.
Okay.
So we bring our, for example, Computer Games Boot Camp, which has gone on for years in Melbourne. It was a 7-day event, over 1,000 people a day, and we collect just donations, and 100% of that goes to TLC for kids. So we just like to have fun, show people, especially where games have come from, the history, teach kids about the old, see the parents just light up and interact with their children on games that they used to play. And then if we can raise money for charity, then we do that as well.
Awesome. So going back for the last 6 months to a year or so, do you have a favourite, or is there one that you like to play?
Or modern current?
Yeah, modern games.
owned everything and all different multiple consoles for up to 360.
Okay.
But I actually currently haven't got an Xbox One, haven't got a PS4, and haven't got a Wii U.
Okay.
I'm looking at getting, but I'm also a collector's collector, so I'm looking for really good collector's bundles which are coming out, so I'll probably get that, yeah.
At E3 earlier on this year, it was mentioned that Final Fantasy VII will be making a revamp. What's your views on that?
Look, I'm always for, well, if it's done well. Like, for example, on Xbox Live Arcade, there was Secret of Monkey Island, and a lot of the remakes aren't really that good, but they kept the original and they just improved it with voice acting, and you could seamlessly go between one and the other. So if it can be done well, and I haven't seen any specs or anything like that, I haven't seen any demos, I don't know if they're out yet, but if it can be done well, I'm a fan. If not, it's so it's always a little bit cautious of, sometimes it's best to leave things as they were, but Final Fantasy VII had so many fans. So it's a great, it'll be interesting to see how current gamers and young gamers who haven't played that will respond to that.
True. Anyway, Alex, thank you very much, and all the best for the future.
My pleasure. Thank you guys. Cheers.
Alright guys, I'm here with Iwi from ROCCAT. Hey Iwi, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
That's very good. So talking about ROCCAT, it seems fairly new. What's the history of ROCCAT within Australia?
Well, ROCCAT is a German brand, German company, started in 2007.
Okay.
3 or 4 years ago, we started the business, a real business in Australia. So we are quite young.
So what sets ROCCAT different from everybody else?
I don't want to say we are different, but we do things differently. Our products are more innovative. We try to have a lot of future-ready feature like the Neath, which I have. This is the newest Neath mouse we have since August. We started promoting this in Australia in EB Games. This product is available in EB Games stores and EB Games online. So what they need, the products itself, it's a modular MMO mouse.
Right.
And yeah, it's all about modularity. So the side buttons here can be changed.
Right.
It comes also with a case, which comes with a lot of different kind of shapes and different kind of buttons. So within the clip, you can change according to your needs.
Right.
So buttons can be changed and the side grip on the side can be changed. So it comes with two different kind of side grips.
Earlier on, we heard about a 3D printing aspect. Could you tell me a bit about that?
Yes, it supports 3D printing. And we have the 3D printing files on our library on our website.
Okay.
So people can download it and print it out if you have a 3D printing at home.
So you could fully customize the mouse to your own hand.
For now, the buttons, but in the future, we are thinking also to have 3D printing for side grips.
Fantastic. So all the products that you have, do you have a personal favorite?
My favorite is the Compure
Okay.
and the Cone XTD. The Cone series is one of our most successful series at ROCCAT.
Well, thank you very much, Yui, and hope you have a great expo, and hope you have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right, guys, I'm with Mike here from Sony. How you doing, Mike? You alright?
There you go.
Not too bad, not too bad. So you're here at the EB Expo,
I am, yeah, on the PlayStation booth.
and how's it going?
Fantastic. Yeah, it's been a really good year so far. It's a big crowd, but yeah, everyone's really enjoying themselves.
So were you here yesterday?
I was, yes.
Would you say today's a lot bigger crowd?
Yeah, it's a sort of an older crowd. We're at the night session at the moment, but it is a bigger crowd. Everyone's getting right into it though, which is good.
Fantastic. Now, we're here in front of these amazing old school and new school consoles of PlayStation. What are your thoughts on some of the new designs?
Fantastic. It's amazing that we've been able to get some of the really sort of big games coming out this year with Star Wars Battlefront console, Darth Vader on there too. We've got the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 limited edition as well. We've also got some of the old school ones, so PlayStation 1, 2 and 3 to sort of show the history and nostalgia piece to it too.
My personal favourite is the Metal Gear Solid one. That's
Yeah, it's a fantastic one
beautiful
too.
red.
It's done very well. I'm not sure if there's any actually left in the country too, so that's sold quite well. So yeah. Yeah, so PlayStation VR. Yeah, we've got that on show today. It's been doing extremely well. We've actually got a viewing chamber out the back for anyone that wants to check it out. We've got sort of 2 tech demos that are going at the moment, but yeah, everyone's really enjoying it. Once people actually do get heads on, as we're calling it, it's a fantastic experience.
So could you elaborate on what type of experience they'll have?
Yeah, sure. So we've got 2 things running at the moment. There's the Deep, which is kind of an underwater exploration piece, and then we've also got the London Getaway Heist, which is more of a gameplay using the move controllers to actually play through it too.
Wow, okay. So do you think in the future it'll be just purely for games, or do you think it'll be for movies as well?
You can see that there are sort of aspects of it that do carry across to sort of movie side of things. It is really quite an immersive experience. When you do get actually into it, there's nothing that compares to actually having heads onto it. You can't sort of correspond to being on screen. So yeah, it depends what developers do with it once they get their hands on it.
Fantastic. Talk about games today. Can you tell us about some of the exclusive PlayStation games?
Yes, I think we've got a live gameplay demo of Uncharted 4 on booth today as well. Right. So it's the extended E3 demo that we're playing through. We've also got Uncharted Collection playable on booth too. That comes out next week on October the 7th. Right. We've also got Tearaway Unfolded from the makers of Little Big Planet Media Molecule, and we've also got Ratchet & Clank, which is coming out next year as well.
Right. So do you know of maybe like a fan favourite or crowd favourite that you've seen in the last 2 days?
Crowd favourite. Uncharted 4 has been getting quite solid lines throughout the whole day. We get some quite good cheers once we actually finish with the demo too. Wow. And then PlayStation VR has been actually getting quite solid crowds all day too.
Brilliant. And a personal favourite?
Personal favourite? Ooh, I've played through Uncharted 4 probably about 30 times already, and I still love it. It's fantastic. Can't wait for 18th of March next year.
Brilliant. And for our viewers out there, could you maybe tell us about some upcoming events at all? Or
sure thing. Upcoming events?
Events, games, etc.?
Yeah, not a problem. So we'll be at PAX Australia this year as well, a little bit later on too, which we will have Uncharted 4 as well as PlayStation VR there too. Okay. Upcoming games that we can talk about? Nothing that hasn't been announced yet, so yeah, that's everything pretty much.
Well, could you elaborate on what's been announced then?
Yeah, sure thing. So we've got Ratchet & Clank coming through next year, which we do have playable on the booth as well. That's going to be in line with the movie as well. Then we've got Uncharted Collection, which I did mention just before. And then Uncharted 4, which I was just talking about. There is also the Libertalia edition, which is the collector's edition as part of that too. So a nice sort of 12-inch Nathan Drake statue as well as some other collectible parts.
Well, Mike.
Bloodborne DLC. And Bloodborne DLC as well.
All right, Mike, thank you very much, and all the best with Sony.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Cheers.
Guys, we're here with Aaron from the Microsoft booth. How are you, Aaron?
Yeah, I'm doing really well, thank you.
Enjoying your time here at the EB Expo?
It's sensational. Best time of year here in Sydney.
I noticed you've got a massive presence here. Can you talk about that a bit?
We do. We've got a great booth. It's over 70 games on display downstairs. We've got Halo 5 Warzone multiplayer, first time ever in Australia. That's 12v12. And as a highlight, we've actually brought in the Elite controllers like a month before launch. So everybody that's playing Halo 5 Guardians on booth actually gets to play on booth wars with the Elite controller.
And you use the Elite controller, right?
I've used that myself.
And how does it compare personally?
It takes me from an amateur to a professional level, so
Very nice.
it's really good.
What else is coming out? Like, what's exciting on the show floor?
So we've got a great lineup of games down there. As I mentioned, Halo 5 is definitely like our headline, but we also have Rise of the Tomb Raider from Crystal Dynamics coming out exclusively to Xbox this holiday. On top of that, we've just released Forza Motorsport 6, which we're proud to have on booth with our V8 Supercar, which is due to do Bathurst next weekend.
Very nice.
We also have a 3-screen setup for Forza Motorsport 6. It's one of the first times that's been seen in Australia as well.
What has been the most popular game on the show floor?
By far and above Halo 5 Guardians.
And what is your personal favourite on the show floor?
I really like Tomb Raider. I think they've come a long way with this sequel, Rise of the Tomb Raider. It's great, just the puzzle and the action elements, it's fantastic. I'm really looking forward to that.
When's Quantum Break going to be released?
Quantum Break, we have a theatre experience on the booth. We're showing a 20-minute theatre viewing. That's due out April 5th. Our big two titles that are in front of us right now is Halo 5 Guardians on October 27th and Rise of the Tomb Raider on the 11th of November.
I've also noticed you have a lot of indie titles here, like Cuphead.
We do, yeah.
Any other special indie games coming out as well?
We're really excited about the ID at Xbox program. It's seeing new releases coming through every week, which is fantastic. Cuphead and a few other titles are on booth, but Cuphead is definitely the highlight down there. It is really difficult to play, but it is sensational.
Aaron, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you.
Likewise.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you so much.
Wraps up EB Expo of 2015.
What do you think?
I love the venue. It was very spacious and I was able to accommodate the thousands of people that went there on that day. Overall, it was well organized and coordinated for what had to be the busiest day of the three. The Expo staff and volunteers were extremely approachable and always willing to help out whenever they could. The Nintendo booth was a big highlight for us. It was bright, colorful, and as you saw, well put together. For us, it really stood out. The patrons all together were a pleasure to interact with. And as for the food, it's the best that we've had at a convention all year. Great variety with reasonable prices. So Mark, what were your thoughts?
In previous years when I bought an Express Pass, I could play everything on the show floor in a single day. I could not do that this year. After talking to patrons, they said it was faster to jump out of Express queues into general queues for the most popular games on the show floor. It feels as if EB have oversold the Express Passes this year. If they had sold fewer Express Passes or implemented a booking system where you could reserve a spot and then explore the event instead of waiting in the queue for hours on end, it would have solved the issue.
Well, there's always room for improvement. Let's hope we have a better experience next year. love the venue.
Really? Tell me more, Indy.
Well,